the country and the world saw this violent clash between people who were otherwise peacefully protesting. But really, the president is not sorry for the way things went?
No, the president is sorry about the fact that Antifa wreaked havoc in our streets and the failure of some members of the media to note that. Like CNN's Chris Cuomo said, show me where it says protesters are supposed to be peaceful. Well, I'd point him to the First Amendment where it says that you have the right to, quote, peaceably assemble. He should go back and read the Constitution. There are many others out there, like Don Lemon, saying that rioting is a mechanism to restructure our country. Burning down St. John's, using a pick to literally like carve out, as we saw in that video, concrete from the sidewalk to hurl at officers. That's not peacefully protesting. The actions of the rioters were not in keeping with the First Amendment. And I think the media needs to recognize there's a discernment between the peaceful protesters, many of whom I've seen, and the rioters. And yes, America will act against rioters. And yes, under President Trump, he will not allow burning buildings, 150 federal buildings to be defaced, and 750 law enforcement officers to be injured in our country.
Can I ask you one more about
yes,
the president?
Brian. I like the blue suit.
Oh,
That's a really snazzy look. Yeah.
Just to follow up on that, I wanted to ask you about defunding the police movement, what's going on. How does it impact the crime scenario here?
You said, sorry, I didn't hear the last word.
Defunding the police, how does it impact the crime scenario here? The crime rates are going up. Do you think that will impact the crime?
Yeah, absolutely. Here? Look, our police officers are the ones who are defending this country and making sure that we have law and order in our streets, and there's no more evidence of that than just taking a look at the raw numbers. Our police are described as the blue line in American society between peace and chaos, between order and anarchy, and that thin blue line has done quite a bit. Just looking at 2018 numbers, murder arrests 11,970, robbery arrests 88,130, aggravated assault 395,800, violent crime arrests 495,900. That's police officers who are doing the arresting. You eliminate police officers, you will have chaos, crime, and anarchy in the streets, and that's something that's unacceptable to the president.
Do you think this is political in nature? The entire movement is political in nature? Is politically motivated, this movement?
This movement? What the president believes is, look, when you look at, I would just take at their own words, Black Lives Matter DC, and Black Lives Matter DC said Black Lives Matter means defund the police. So if that's what the movement means, of course the president stands against defunding the police. All Black Lives Matter, including the life of David Dorn, who perished in the last week and a half, including Patrick Underwood, who also lost his life this week. All Black Lives Matter, but in terms of the movement Black Lives Matter, they define themselves as defund the police, and that's something this president stands against. Frank.